more on this, let's go to Victor Gao, Chair Professor at Soochow University. Victor, good to see you. Can you break down for us what this draft resolution proposes?
Well, I think in essence, the draft resolution adopted at the United Nations General Assembly calls for equal treatment of civilizations and cultures, rather than allowing any one country or group of countries or any civilization to dictate to others. Meaning, people are equal, countries should be treated equal, and civilizations should also be treated equal. This will really promote the real diversity in this world and minimize conflict and war and maximize the chance for equal treatment of all and peace and stability going forward. This is actually the essence of what President Xi Jinping has been calling for the Global Civilization Initiative. And only by treating all cultures, all civilizations as an equal, should mankind be able to proceed forward more peacefully. And this would also allow all of us, human beings in general, to deal with many crucial challenges that we face together.
It's a difficult task though, isn't it? I mean, inequality is vast around the world. Talk about China's role in promoting dialogue at the UN and globally to try and minimize this inequality.
As you can see, the world is truly at a tipping point because we have wars going on, we have atrocities committed against civilians, especially women and children, and we have instances where certain countries want to dominate above all the other countries. And this is not the right way to deal with the issues we are faced with. We need to really encourage dialogue, peaceful negotiation, and intermediation, for example, so that the wars that's raging in the world can be brought to an end, ceasefire can be achieved, and loss of human life can be minimized. This would require equal treatment of all countries. No country should be allowed to claim that I'm superior, I should dominate your country and my civilization, or my values should be imposed on you. This is the wrong way to do that. And I think China is doing this. China always commits to maintain stability at home and keeping peace abroad. And war should be the last resort rather than the first resort, as some other countries practice.
And what about the UN's objectives in promoting diplomacy? What are some of the challenges that the UN are facing right now in terms of trying to get this dialogue happening between nations?
Well, I think when we look at the United Nations, we need to look at the Security Council on the one hand and the General Assembly on the other hand, and many, roughly about more than 20 other international organizations within the United Nations family. I think at the United Nations Security Council level, in recent years, it is very often checkmated because it involves one permanent member state with veto power engaged in the war, and some other permanent member states really think and act differently. And on crucial issues, for example, the United Nations Security Council, checkmated as it is, cannot really take any action accordingly. Now, at the General Assembly level, which has close to about 200 member states, they still can function. If, for example, a proposal is made, the process is gone through, and major decisions eventually, a resolution can be adopted. As in this case, calling for global dialogue for example, treating civilizations on an equal basis. I still have hope for the United Nations, and the General Secretary of the United Nations, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Guterres, is doing his best, despite of all the obstacles and restrictions placed on him by certain country or the other countries, depending on which issues we are talking about. And I think while many people have lost confidence in the Security Council, I still believe that the current situation is actually a result of compromise at the end of the Second World War, when the United Nations was formed, And at least the current system has prevented the outright breakout of another world war. So reform of the United Nations, especially the Security Council, need to be conducted, but we still need to have hope that other than the United Nations itself, in the world of today, no other country, no other organization can do similar things as the United Nations today. We need to really rally around the United Nations as the center of the international order we are living through.
All right, Victor Gao, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.